Hello! I came just a minute early, so if you are watching the replay, go ahead and fast forward just a little bit because I wanted to give people a chance to hop on. I'll tag a couple people here and then I will jump right in. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. I just got my girls to bed and super excited for Judy Opperman, who is headed to Silver Retreat today. Or this week. What day is it? I don't even know. She's headed to Silver Retreat soon in Salt Lake City. Super thrilled for you, Judy. I went, was it just last year? Went with your daughter, Lara, and had a ton of fun. So if you don't know this about Young Living, before I jump in, they celebrate the heck out of you for awesome achievements, getting prizes, and then when you achieve silver 3 months in a row, you earn Silver Retreat, where it's all expense paid. They fly you out, put you up in a hotel, your own hotel room, you don't share with anybody, dine you, ningxia flowing like water. It's incredible. So hi Sonia, hi Brenda, hi Bethany. Also Bethany, if you want me to give homework, let me know. Text me or put it in the comments. That was one thing I did not ask you. I thought about it like 3 minutes ago and then it was too late to ask. So, okay, tonight I'm going to jump right in. Tonight we're going to talk about how to get a customer or a brand partner started on their journey with Young Living. So if you have not yet seen our amazing brand partner blueprint, when you enroll somebody in our team, if it's your first enrollment, you will get this beautiful postcard in the mail. And it says Start Here Rockstar and has a QR code. If you did not know this, this QR code is functional just by the camera on your phone. You don't have to have a special app or anything. You just hold your camera over, it's gonna pop up a link. You click the link and it's going to take you to our fabulous blueprint, which is basically everything you need to run your business in one place. I love it. I get so excited about it. And then accompanying this, which will come in the mail, are 3 tabs if you like to have a physical binder. So some people like digital, totally fine. Do it all digital. However your brain works and how you function, work that way in your business. I like paper, so I really love having this binder. So if you can see that they're actual tabs, beautiful hard paper. There's a prospects tab, a customers tab. Hope you can't really see it, sorry. Customers tab, and then a brand partners tab. On each tab are a checklist, and it tells you what to do for that group of people. So prospects, we're not going to focus on prospects much, but those are all the people who don't yet have Young Living oils or are inactive. So they don't have an active account. Everyone on the planet who you know or don't know yet, but are meeting, who don't have oils. So if that's where you're at, you don't have anybody in your team, don't have a new customer yet, start there. Make connections. It even tells you how to have a list, how to start a conversation, how to do classes, how to meet people, how to do vendor booths, all of that. That QR code is going to take you to all of those documents. So they're clickable on the Google Doc. They're obviously not clickable on a physical sheet of paper, but that's where you go to open that document. And the documents are incredible. So one thing I will say, and this is for customers too, under the prepare to share, it says to create a custom bundle with MyYL. If you have not seen the new website feature, you can create a wish list with a special name right in your Young Living account and send it to somebody, and it allows them to either fill their cart or make a loyalty order right within their Young Living page right there. So I've started doing that for some of my customers and prospects, and it has worked really, really well. So that was not available when this was made, and I'm sure we'll probably add it later. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, the current version does not promote MyYL. Great. So that update, if you are getting the new stuff, disregard that. I should have asked that too. But wish lists are amazing. They're amazing. I had a lady the other day that was like, hey, what should I do for my progesterone? And I was like, let me make you a wish list. Send it to her. She can fill her cart, check out. Like anything that people want. Hi, Caitlin. Okay, but we're going to focus on our customers and our brand partners. My binder, I don't have all of my customers in here because some of my customers have been with Young Living for 6 years now. But all of my newbies get a customer profile form. So on this tab, we're going to go through the list. So it says, once a prospect has chosen to enroll with you, they become your customer. They're now part of your team. You are their personal customer service representative. So it is your job to be the liaison between them and Young Living to help them understand how to order, what they should order, all those pieces. You help them learn it. Now, yes, Young Living will email them. They can learn a lot on the website, but it is your job to help introduce them to this lifestyle and help introduce them to what we are as Young Living. So you're basically their personal person. You are the buffer between them and the learning curve, which is our website and our company and all of our amazing products. So this customer profile form helps you keep track. I don't know about you, I'm pregnant. Turns out I'm 20 weeks, definitely was off a week and counting. I'm halfway to having my 4th kid. I don't remember squat. And maybe you're like me and you also don't remember things. I just have a hard time remembering. So like the poor one lady today was like, hey, did you check on that cedarwood thing for me? Sent her the information about her progesterone, completely forgot to ask the other question. I'm like, thank you for following up with me. No, I did not because I didn't write it down. But what this customer profile form, let me find one for you. You should print one for each of your new customers. I like to put them in alphabetical order or by month. You can get more tabs. They sell them at, the dollar store or whatever. Make your own with tape. This is what you're going to see. So I should find a blank one so you're not looking at addresses for my team here. So here's the customer profile form. This is going to keep you sane. It's going to help you remember all the things. Their member ID. I like to put their PIN if they give it to me and I can quickly contact customer service on their behalf if I need to. It gives their birthday so you could quickly send them a birthday card, who their enroller is. So you could do this for your team. So say somebody in your team shares with their mom, they're not doing the business, make them a form because you are their care person. You are the person taking care of them. Who their family is. Guess what? Especially if it's a woman, there is a high chance that they are getting started with Young Living because of their children and for very specific reasons. So if you know their kid's name, that's going to mean a lot. If you know how old they are, if you know what their issues are of why they're coming to you, write that down. Remember it. You can make suggestions. You can help plug them in and help meet their needs. Then on the other side, it has wellness goals and needs. What did they buy when they got started? Now that you can get started with anything, you need to remember they don't have to have a starter kit. So if you know that they got, like this woman, if she enrolls, she's probably getting Endoflex and Progessence Plus. I need to know that so then I can continue suggesting, hey, how did that do for you? Have you gotten more blood? It gives me a chance to follow up and say, this is what you said you got. What else? What's your next step? What are your goals? Is a toxin-free household your goal? Let me make a plan for you and help you know what your next products are to buy. And then just details, writing down details. When did you talk? All the things. So there's also a fantastic new report in the virtual office that is oil anniversary. So you can see when somebody has been in for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and that's a really fun way to connect with them too, but you can write it in your customer profile form. So on here, it says new customer onboarding. If they're your first person, you can just skip over the sponsor change. So a sponsor is the person directly above a customer. We have the opportunity to move people around in our team. I think of it kind of like a game where when everyone starts, they're all on level 1, and then you can take the pieces of your team and strategically place them so that the volume adds together to create legs so that you can hit rank. So when you are building, and you don't have to know all of this right now because it's in the blueprint. If you go through the business basics, it's going to explain it. But Young Living allows you 30 days to put them wherever you want them. And a lot of people structure their teams within categories. I know Bethany's taught on this before and watch previous skills trainings to get, more in depth. But maybe you'll place them based on location. Hey, oh, this person enrolled from my hometown. I'm going to put them over here with somebody they know, or they have a family member or something. So how to complete a sponsor change? Clickable. Super easy. Gives you exact wording, exact framework. You can just copy and paste, put your person's member number in, which you can record right here, so you don't even have to look it up. Get them moved, either live chat within 5 days, 30 days via email, up to 30 days via email. Next is ask permission and add to educational groups. We have amazing groups in our community, whether it's OQ, if you have one for your team, maybe your silver upline does. Ask their permission, saying, hey, are you on Facebook? Would you like to be a part of a community where you can easily search for needs, learn, we all grow together, ask questions, and get them plugged into that. Next is send a welcome email. If you're like, what's a welcome email? Guess what? We answer that for you. And welcome gift. Guess what? There's a link. BethanyShipley.com has welcome gifts that are $10 to $20 and is done for you. Put in their address, send a little note, super easy. If you're just getting started and you're like, I don't have money to do much, send them a card. Welcome them. Send them a little brochure. Super, super easy. Just saying, hey, let me know when your order arrives. I'd love to open it up with you via Zoom, whatever. So as you're completing these things, mark them off. And I like to put dates so I remember when I did it. So then I know if I wrote that I send them a welcome gift on, say, October 2nd, I want to put in my calendar to check with them in a week or 5 days and say, hey, did you get that? Awesome. Let me know when your stuff arrived or whatever. Next is communicate the website details. So make sure they know, do you know how to log in? Do you know how to reorder? Do you know how to find information on there? I like to say our website is fluffy. It does not have specific information. They can't look up how a headache is treated. So I also make sure they know that there are resources that do answer those questions that help them get their needs met that they're not going to find on youngliving.com because they can't say certain things because of the FDA. So I make sure, hey, as you're looking, also I point them to an app or get them a book or something and say, hey, if you have a specific need, here's where to look, then go and add that to your cart. So make sure they understand you can't look up stomachache on the website, but you can find it in a third-party place. And then explain subscription. One thing I'm really trying to do with my own team is make it just what we do. Like, that's just the culture. That's what we do is you lower your toxins, you swap out your personal care products using loyalty rewards, and then you start sharing with other people. That's just what you do. So I'm trying to normalize that in the way I communicate, not making it weird like, I don't know if you want to reorder again, but guess what? I have been on this October 2016. Every single month, I have ordered loyalty rewards. Don't you think someone might want to know why? Like, that's a lot of consistent orders. I don't think I've done much else consistently other than being married. I don't know. Like, that is a lot of months and a lot of years of consistency, but it's because I have to have it in my house. Like, I will drink Ningxia every single day of my life. And we will use oils. I don't, like right now, my hands smell like thieves and valor because I just rubbed it all over my children's back. Like, we have to have these things in our home all the time. So explain that that's just what you do. You get your first order, you figure out what else you want, you get on loyalty rewards to get the best deal. So next is complete 1 month check-in. Super handy little boxes let you check in every single month. I heard something very smart the other day. It said, people don't know what they don't know, meaning they don't even know what to ask sometimes. So saying, let me know if you have a question, they may not even know what to ask. So you need to ask them very specific questions to help them understand how things work. So for instance, rather than saying, hey, let me know if you have any questions about your order, if you know what they got, hey, do you know how to take that supplement? Do you know how to make a roller to get the most out of your oils you just ordered? Do you know how to fill the diffuser and what blends to use? Do you know, like, asking deeper questions? And when they say no, or I'm not sure on that, then you can offer greater advice when you check in, rather than just like, how's it going? You liking your stuff? Because the answer to that's going to be like, yeah, they maybe used it once. If you help them next layer, what you're trying to get them to do is to use their stuff, love it, want more, buy more. And that's not a selfish thing. That's just because we know the power of the products. So one thing I will say, and again, I'm not saying all this that I do it perfectly. I don't. I'm grateful that I have, I think, 115 personally enrolled, or maybe it's more than that now. That's a lot of people to keep track of, and I don't keep track of all of them. Now, some of them are family. I see them anyways, and some message me regardless, and I do send emails and stuff, but I could do better making sure that I know what my people are actually ordering, and do they actually know what to do with these things, and do they have rewards oil sitting on the shelf that they have no idea how to use, and just sending a screenshot of best uses would make their day, So that's a great way to take care of your people. Make sure you're checking in with them every month. And also, when you know their needs, invite them to something. This month, we're doing a Dr. Mom class for our, my team. And guess how many moms I have? 98% of them are moms. Wouldn't you think that they might want to be invited to these are the top things you need to know to meet all the basic needs? Yeah. So I'm going to make sure I've sent an email, I've sent a text, I've sent messages, I've posted it in my group. Super easy way of saying, okay, for this month's check in October, did I invite them to that class? Can I get them the recording? Can I get them the PDF? That's just an example of some way that you can take care of them. So one thing Young Living does is they reward us for helping people order within the first 12 weeks again. So we make 25% commission on anything they order up to a $200 commission within the first 12 weeks. So basically that was Mary Young's way of saying, listen, if you help them fall in love quicker, we're going to reward you for doing so. So there's something to be said, not desperation, but urgency of get using these things. People buy stuff in the moment, in the emotion, but then they forget by the time it comes. And there's some delays in warehouse and shipping. So it might be 2 weeks before they get something. Get them excited beforehand. You don't have to wait the 2 weeks. Help them know why they're going to love it, how to use it. Get them tools and resources so that when it comes, they're chomping at the bit to get those things out and use them. So it is our job to help them understand why we love this. Another thing I will say is don't make it complicated. When you are so far into this journey, maybe you're new and great, you have fresh eyes, you are the perfect person to help somebody else get started because you're just starting. I forget that people don't know they can put a roller top on a bottle. I forget that they don't know how to fill up a roller bottle. I forget that they don't know what ratio to put in their diffuser. I forget that they just need to know which oils go best together in the diffuser. I forget that they don't know which ones go best on your wrists and your neck. And those are things that people want to know, and it's super simple. So think about those things ahead. Also, as you're getting more people, rather than being overwhelmed, start jotting down things you answer a lot or finding places to tag them to save you time. So if you find yourself answering the same question over and over and over again, make a note in your phone. You can do text replacement. If they're like, hey, how do I order again? Make a text replacement in your phone, type your keyword, it auto-populates it for you. So don't waste your time. Not that anyone is a waste of time, but you don't have to love them by typing the same message 34 times a month. That's not using your time well. Make sure you have some of those things in your back pocket where it's like, oh yeah, let me send Life Steps app. If you don't have Life Steps app, that's a fantastic resource. I will have somebody ask me for a question, and if I have no time, I open the app, type it in the resources, find the link, send it. I've answered their question. I did no work. I just connected them to a resource. And guess what? Then I'm not the expert. You don't have to answer all the questions. Screenshot. I know this is a favorite of Bethany Shipley. Screenshot or take a picture from a reference book. You're still answering the question, but you're showing this is not my information. I'm getting it from a place. Guess what? You can also own that place in this book in finding the answers that you need. So those are all the ways you can take care of your customer. Tag them in posts you know that would mean because you're keeping track of their family, ask how they're doing. Are they still getting sick all the time? Are they still dealing with headaches? I had a customer the other day who got started because of her son's migraines. And I was like, hey, how is your son doing? And she said, he's doing amazing. And she was asking about other oils. So she's still ordering, and her son's issue is fixed, basically. So she is now able to move on to the other things in Young Living, not from desperation, just because she wants to be there and use the products. So now I need to dig deeper. What else are you dealing with? What other things can I help you learn and grow through with Young Living for your family? So that is how you do the customer profile form. And then if you go back to the customer tab, complete the onboarding tasks that are under the customer profile form. Those are the checks. Cross them off as you do them. Put a date. Make sure you know when you're doing things. Then set aside a time. If you don't know what to check in with people, guess what? We have a document for that. So go to the customer support and monthly connection. It gives you ideas. It gives you questions. It gives you things to connect with people rather than like, how's it going? I checked in with you this exact day last month. Like, keep it interesting and fresh so that you can really deeply connect with these people. If you also are not the best at connecting with people, guess what? We have how to ask better questions, relationship banking, making sure that you're not pulling from the account of loving people, but you're pouring back into them too, so that you can help meet their needs. It also talks about wellness assessment. So if somebody's like, I just want to feel better, I don't even know where to start, there's a link to a wellness assessment that will help them assess their own needs when they're not even sure. So sometimes people don't know what they need. And sometimes people really like, yeah, there's a tab for that. There's a tab for that. But there's really a tab for that. People also like to be told what to do. What do you do when you go to a doctor? I'll admit to you, the other night, I had to take my daughter in at midnight to the emergency room. My baby woke up. She wasn't breathing very well, and it scared me. And breathing something I don't mess with. Like, if I can't get that sniffles to open up the airways right away, I'm like, okay, we got to figure this out. And so I took her into the emergency room. Anyways, she was fine. But the doctor suggested a steroid for us. And she also know I do wellness. She was like, you could fill your diffuser with your eucalyptus or whatever. And so, but she said, exactly, here's your steroid. This is when to take it. This is how to take it. That's our society, guys. Sometimes people just want to be told what to do. They don't want to experiment and play around. They literally want you to be like, you said immune system, here's your oils. You got the starter kit, put your thieves, your lemon, your frankincense in the roller bottle of this many drops, put it on your feet and your spine morning, noon, and night. Like, how simple is that? Then they're like, okay. And they're going to use all those oils, right? So don't be like, yeah, just play around. Like, they don't even know how to play around with them. So giving more instructions is really helpful for people. So now that I've talked for 22 minutes on customers, let's move to brand partners. I will say, when you're first starting, there's a solid chance you won't have a brand partner for quite a while. Get really good at talking to your customers. And here's a secret to you. If you get really good at talking to your customers and supporting them and making it simple, they're watching you to see if they can do what you do. So if you are not thinking that you're talking to a potential brand partner, the second that you help somebody get started with oils, you're not thinking correctly. Not that they will, but they're watching you to see if they can do what you do. Even if they've never consciously made that decision. If you make it too hard, too complicated, too pushy, too salesy, people don't want that. If you love them and you help them connect with resources, you show them how easy it is, they're like, oh, I can do that. So then when they do love it, they're like, that was super simple. Make sure they know how to send their referral link. Like, hey, your mom also would probably love that. And all the teachers at your school. So help them know how simple it is to then become a brand partner, because now it's only less than $15. I think it's like $14 to start a business. Like, people, come on, $14 to start. I just closed a brick and mortar. Let me tell you, it costs a whole lot more than $14 to run a storefront. So it costs a whole lot more than $14 to work for somebody else for 1,000,000 hours a week. But being a brand partner, super simple, super cheap, super easy to spread wellness and things that you love. I didn't want to be a brand partner. I didn't know that this was in my future, that I'd be spending 6 years doing this, but I couldn't stop talking about it. And then I got connected with this community, figured out how. Now it's my full-time income. So it is totally worth it. So when you get a brand partner, actually, my sweet friend Becca is on here. She's a brand new brand partner. We just had our call the other day with her brand partner profile. So when I knew she wanted to share and she got her kit, I won't share all your dirty secrets, Becca, but I made a profile page for her so I could know, okay, has she had a sponsor change? She'd already been a customer for a while. Didn't need to worry about that. Did she do the business basics guide? She hadn't. So I sent her, she actually got the packet. She enrolled 6 people last month, by the way. First month, 6 people. Well done, Becca. So in this, she got it in the mail. So we were on a call. I said, awesome. Okay, follow this link, go to this page, go to the business basics. And while she's been doing that, she's been writing down questions so that tomorrow when we have our call, she'll have her questions front and center, be able to ask them, and it comes from whatever she is working through. So the business basics guide is all the basics. What's a comp plan? How do we get paid? What's the terminology? That was one thing when she was on the virtual office, she was like, I don't even know what these things mean. We speak another language, people. If you are familiar with the terminology Christianese, it's like when you attend a Bible study and you just learn that the Bible exists, if people are saying words and you're like, what are you talking about? That's kind of what it's like to come into Young Living, because we're like, OGV, PV, ER, blah, 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 like all these terms, and they're like, that is literal gibberish. So it breaks down what the words mean and why they mean it and what you need to know, and it's based on when you need to know it too. So like, I don't need to know how a Royal Crown Diamond gets paid when I am a long ways away from making that volume. I just need to know how to send my link, enroll a person, you know, take care of them at the beginning. Then you can learn what all the words mean and what all the letters mean, and you don't even have to retain the information. All of it's available. So business basics guide, schedule a game plan meeting. I would recommend getting a game plan meeting scheduled within 72 hours of somebody expressing interest. You want to go with that emotion. They're excited. They're getting their brand partner stuff. They maybe have enrolled somebody. They're excited to meet and they're ready to get going. So in that meeting, and if you've never done one before and you're scared, ask your upline. Ask somebody above you. I know Bethany would love to do one with you. Have somebody else sit in on it. But guess what? The game plan meeting has a script of what to do and how to go through it with them. Another resource I love using from Life Steps is the Getting Started meeting. And it asks great questions of just like, why do you want to do this? What's important to you? Really getting to the heart of the, oh, I just want to, you know, spend all my spare time slinging oils. Usually it's because they love people and they want to share with them. So game plan meeting is super easy. It helps you know why they're doing it, know their goals, help them just take the first couple of steps, which is here's how to talk to a person. Here's what people to talk to. Here's how to connect with them with what they need. Check in 7 days after that meeting. I would highly recommend, it's not weird when you schedule your meeting. Same thing with your customers. Say, hey, is it okay with you if I check in next week, same time? Sure. Super easy. So you're not like, is it too soon? It's like after a date, like, should I text them? Is that overwhelming? Just tell them when you're going to check in. Like, I love to check in every week when somebody gets started. Is that okay with you? I love to send a text with tips. Is that okay with you? That's a super easy way of meeting their needs without being like, hi, how are you liking your oils? Like, don't be that person. So you want to be the, here's exactly what you can expect from me. I also tell people I forget things. I have a lot of kids and things are kind of crazy. And sometimes I forget. Don't hesitate to text me. Please reach out. I will check in with you. I'm not always consistent. Like, be honest with who you are, set the expectations and say, you know, this is what we're going to do. Invite them to skills training. Hi, here we are. There are so many skills trainings saved. It is incredible. I invited Becca tonight. I was like, hey, by the way, you have 6 new customers. You probably want to know what to do with them. We were getting ready to have a meeting, but I was like, why don't you watch the skills training where I'm going to break it down for you? And then guess what? We both could potentially save ourselves an hour re-explaining it. And then now she knows this is here. So when she gets her first brand partner, she can say, oh, I'm going to tag you in a video. Super simple. Look for a skills training, look for the topic you need, send it to the person, let them spend 30 minutes learning and retaining information and being able to learn. We also have huddle call. So invite them to the huddle call every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central, 15 minutes on Clubhouse. I always get so excited. And Bethany Crawford is back hosting. If you don't know what that means, tune in one day and you will know why it's amazing. Like having Bethany every morning, just like, guys, this is why life is awesome. It just brings me so much joy. My team trains on Wednesdays, so we just have different days of it's like the huddle. If you ever played sports, you come in together, coach gets you really excited, and you're ready to go out and play the game. Like, that's what makes me so excited. That's why I love this community so much, is like we link arms. We're not in the same place, you know. Some of you are. I'm on the other side of the planet. It's fine. But those of you who are close by get together. Those of us who aren't, we get on the huddle call and get inspired and then go back into the day. And guess what? They're recorded. So if you can't do it at 9 a.m. because you have a job or something, listen back. It's super easy. So then same thing. How are you going to support them? Guess what? There's a clickable link. Here's ideas to support that person. Guess what? Every single month, check in. I think you should be checking in with your brand partners a lot more frequently, unless they tell you not to, because those are the bread and butter of your team duplicating and growing. So these are the people you want to be arm in arm with. Let's do a class together. Who are you talking to? Can I help you? You know, really investing in their success, because the quicker they grow, the more excited they're going to be, the quicker your team grows in general. So you can also jot down their whys, their goals, and then the rank they achieved. I like to have little gifts that I send. If they hit star, awesome. I'm going to send them. I think I sent like a little oil bag in the past. Senior star, I let them pick a personal development book that I love. Executive, I usually do a bigger gift, kind of like grows as they grow, as the ranks increase. So it's really fun to celebrate people, make a post about them, tag them, things like that. So that is the brand partner profile form. If you start to have all of these people and you get to where you want to work during the day, pull out your binder, flip to your prospect section, go to your prospecting list. If you need ideas of what to say, click on the button and see initial conversation. Okay, I'm going to start this many conversations for this much time. When that timer goes off, go to your customers. Who haven't I checked in with? Who is on my calendar? Whose order is coming up? Who just got order, you know, whatever, and check with them. Next, if you have a brand partner, go to that page. Who are you checking in with? When was the last time you talked to them? What did they have coming up? How can you support them? And then maybe you spend 15, 20 minutes on each of those pages. You just did a ton of work supporting your team and helping them love Young Living, and your team's going to grow because of it. So it really can be that simple. And I'm preaching to the choir. I overcomplicate things all the time. And I'm not always consistent. And then I think, why not? Like, we have every resource that we could possibly need to make this super simple and make it really fun. And then you can add your own flavor. So last thing I'll say is make this yours. If you don't like, I hate handwriting notes, guys. I just do. It takes a lot of time and my hand hurts. Bethany Haar, who I work with closely, could handwrite all day. And she loves it. So don't make yourself do things you don't do. You can connect with people in so many ways. Have a coffee date instead. Send a voice memo. Andrea Kai, I follow her on Instagram. I'm pretty sure she built her business to platinum strictly on voice memos. Like, the girl's got 4 kids under 4. She doesn't have time to handwrite anything. So you can have an in-person something. You can do it online. You can do handwritten, you can do gifts, you can, whatever your love language is and however you want to do this thing, you can do it that way, which I absolutely love about this business, is you can literally make it however you want to, specifically as long as you're consistent and you do the work. You will not hit ranks without working, without taking good care of your people, supporting them, helping them love and use what they have, making the most of their investment, and then teaching them how to share with other people. And that's our job. That's what Young Living thinks that we're going to do. When they give us a paycheck, they assume we are taking that role to take care of people. So I like to steward my team well. And again, I don't always do the best. I'm working on that, filling in the gaps, but just showing up and doing it can take 5 minutes. It can take 5 hours, depending on what you have and what you want to do. But highly recommend the binder system. We have amazing resources as our team. Don't overcomplicate it. Print out the profile forms, check off the boxes, take care of the people. Be blessed. I love you guys. Hope this was helpful. I really enjoy training. That's one of my cup of teas. I could learn and train all day. It's the tasks that I sometimes let fall to the wayside, but this has helped tremendously. If you are a little bit like me and you're like, let's do all the fun things. And also, let's make sure people know what they're doing. So, hope you have a good night, and ask if you have any questions. We'll talk to you later.